Wow, I really like this hive a lot. I'm pretty much a Langstroth guy, and this is basically a Langstroth hive, but it's kind of new technology. And I wanted to keep it, but I can't keep anything. You guys are so good to watch my videos and subscribe, so this is going to be available as a gift. I'm going to give this away to somebody, so stay tuned. Hey guys, David Burns here today. I'm fired up to get back into this hive. 21 days ago, we put some Formic Pro in here. Some people say it kills their queen, it kills their brood. Other people say it works great killing mites. We're going to get in here and take a look. Do you see the tip of this J-hook? I've actually ground it off lower and smaller so it fits in between frames better. First thing we want to do is smoke the entrance. Next thing, we're going to go in the hive from the top, of course. Always step to side. Don't work the hive from the front or you'll be in the path of the flight deck. I always like to check for small hive beetle under the top. Working without any gloves today. And it is about 5:45 Central Time in the evening. Hey guys, don't go anywhere. Keep watching this video. I'm going to give this hive away to a lucky winner. I don't see any brood down in there. It's honey frames all the way. So what we're going to do is just move this one off so we can get down into the next box to look at brood. It's still stuck in the back. It's always good to put a little twist to it. That way it separates any honey frames that are kind of glued together. All right, that was heavy. Here's the Formic Pro strips. I would just like to see eggs. You know, I just like to lift some frames up, see if I can find either some, look how they've propolized the paper, but I'd like to find something going on here that shows that I've got active brood that's going well. All right, let's get those over to the side for now. Okay, that's just one frame of honey there. Had to put my gloves on. Bees aren't extremely happy with me right now, so we gloved up, suited up and gloved up. So 21 days, let's see what our brood looks like. Okay, kept over brood. I'd like to see some larvae. Kept over brood. Let's look at the next frame over. Queen could be a little further down. All right, good brood pattern. That's being capped over. Now, if this is about to emerge, it could have been capped over 21 days ago. Or it could be capped over 8 days ago. So that doesn't really tell us a lot about the condition of our queen right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just capped over brood, so we don't know if that happened to be eggs laid prior to the Formic treatment or after. Let's look at one more, see if it'll be a determining factor. So what I'd like to see is at least see some larvae, I guess. Do I have to see the queen? Nah, not really. Wouldn't be the end of the world if I didn't see the queen and I saw eggs, but I do like to see evidence that I've got a laying queen. So that means I've got to see eggs or larvae. A lot of good kept over brood though. Still not answering the question. Still just kept over brood. Let's look at one more. I think I got one more frame over here of brood. Bee bread, brood. Let's look at the other side. A drone, bee bread, brood, no queen cells though, which is a good sign. The only way to really tell for sure is to go down to the next box down. A lot of bees. Let's go for the black one in the middle. Got a lot of bee bread and a lot of capped over brood. I don't see any queen cells. Probably finding the queen would be challenging. Nothing much on that side. So let's look at another frame. Smoke everybody good. I'm gonna look at this frame. All right, so I did find larvae, so that's good. Let me see if I move some bees so you can see it here. But you can see there that I do have different stages of larvae in these open cells through here. So, everything's good. The queen did not perish. She's in there laying, but it's just a real crowded hive. And we might spot her on here. Gosh, we had our hands full back there in that hive. Wow, that's a great thing to think about when you inspect colonies in August. And I'm gonna have some great August tips coming up all in the next couple of weeks. So be sure and watch all my videos for 2022 August tips. But I wanna talk about that hive a little bit, recap it. Wow, that Formic Pro did the job. Now, we didn't test for mites. We're gonna do that coming up in a few days. But we did look at the brood. We had a lot of capped over brood. We did not have a ton of open brood like larvae or eggs. Some people say Formic Pro is hard on brood and it kills the queen. But what we did see at the bottom deep, which took so much work to get down there, and the bees sort of got not too happy about it. You notice that when I started out, I had no gloves. Then you notice I had gloves. Then you notice I had a bee suit. Pretty soon you'd see me in a bulletproof vest. I mean, it just got worse, you know. They weren't that bad. Only got stung twice. That's my threshold. If they start stinging me on the hands, I'm gonna get my gloves. If they start stinging me other places, putting the bee suit on. That's just my threshold. And so it was okay, but oh my gosh, there at the end, I had so many frames laid out everywhere because we were looking for the queen, looking for all that brood, you know. And it's August. Look, you can't go out there in August and plan to inspect a hive and have them react the same way as they do in the spring. They're gonna be a lot more defensive in August. You've gotta be ready. I hope that really was good for you guys to see what happens. There's more bees in there in August. There's more honey for them to protect, and there's less things for them to go out and forage on. We're in a dearth, and so they're just in a different frame of mind in protecting that hive in the month of August. You gotta go out there ready and take all the precautions that you need. But in summary, we felt good finally finding some eggs and larvae way down deep. That tells us the queen made it through the Formic Pro treatment. All my brood looked good as far as the capped over brood. They weren't pulling any dead capped over brood out. You know, Formic Pro actually penetrates the cappings of the brood and they look very healthy. And so we have a lot of good brood in there. We have eggs and larvae being raised. So we're feeling good that everything made it through our Formic Pro treatment. So that's a relief for me. Also, let me say right now, I did not get these Formic Pro pads free. I bought them myself from Datant. I paid my own cash money. The company gave me nothing to make this video. Absolutely zero. I didn't ask for it. They didn't offer it. So I want you to know that I'm just testing this stuff out. I'm buying it with my own money. No big company's paying me off. I'm just testing it for you guys and saying, hey, this worked or it didn't work. Oh, by the way, see that yellow hive in the background? We're gonna give that away. Gosh, am I crazy? Why would I give it away for? It's awesome. All right, stay tuned, I'll tell you how to get that. And by the way, August is a perfect month, a wonderful month for you to attack your mites. I know some of you are all natural, you don't wanna use any chemicals. I don't like to use the word chemical. I like to use the word treatments. Acids. Some of you may want to just strictly not do anything at all about your mites and keep your fingers crossed that, you know, your bees will make it. I understand that. I totally get it. And I will lock arms with you and be your friend, and we can go out and have ice cream together and be happy. I'm not going to judge you. Now, we really can't go out for ice cream. I'm watching my waist. But at least you'll know I'm your friend. I'm okay with that. You do what you want to. Now, for me personally, I do that sometimes too, and I have mixed results. Sometimes they do great without controlled treatments. Sometimes they crash. Mites vector, they carry, they transmit viruses, and we all know about viruses, and viruses are just spread rampantly through the hive by that varroa destructor mite. So I kind of feel like if we knock down the mites, we're going to have a better chance at our bees being healthy. And so I really encourage everyone to test for mites. That's coming up in a really near future video. I want you to judge your count and decide what to do after that, what kind of treatment you want to do. Now, a lot of you have followed me through the years, and I really appreciate that. You've been able to watch me age right in front of your face on camera. Wow. But you know that I've always promoted 4 ways integrated pest management to treat for mites. Now, integrated pest management also does include treatments such as some type of chemical or acid. So you'll know that I've always promoted green drone comb, powdered sugar dusting, screen bottom board, and breaking the queen's brood cycle. So I'm a companion with you on wanting to be more natural, not using these types of treatments. But come on, how many times have we taken our children into the doctor and they say, oh, they have an infection. We have to get them on amoxicillin, an antibiotic, to break the infection, to kill the bacteria. Okay, I'll do it, you know. And we know that antibiotics aren't best for us, but the infection isn't either. Our bodies will recover from the antibiotic that's killing some of our own good bacteria, right? We can rebuild that with some probiotics, but boy, if we don't get rid of the infection, it could take over and become serious. So same with bees. I'm not trying to talk you into using chemicals. Again, I'm happy. We're partners. You do what you want. I'll still love you and be your friend. But at the same time, kind of hate to see the bees die when we could have done something to keep them alive. Think about that. Think about that just a little bit. But if you still want to be natural, I get it. All right, let me grab this big yellow hive back here and let's give this thing away. Now, when I was at EAS, I met a lot of fine people. One of them was John Sullivan. He's a great guy, and he told me all about this new hive. I actually made a video about him explaining this to me. And he's sort of like a wholesaler, and he provides to some of the big beekeeping companies. He goes around and finds, I think this is what he does. I don't know actually, but I think he goes around and finds companies like this that manufacture beekeeping equipment, and maybe tries to sell them or promote them to bee companies here in the US. Anyway, he gave me this. We struck up a great friendship. We had breakfast almost every single morning, and he gave this to me. So this is a paid promotion video. And I have to declare that, even though he's not paying me to say this, and even though I'm not getting anything, it's just a YouTube policy. I got this for free. I'm giving it away. YouTube feels like that's an advantage to me, that I must declare this is a paid promotion, even though I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. Why is it a paid promotion? Well, anyway, I want to stay legal. So here it is. Look at this. Anel makes this. I believe they're out of Italy. And I want to show you this hive. Look at this. Let's start with some cool things. It's got some cool buckles that actually hold the top cover down. Very easy. They can be easily adjusted. Twist this to tighten up the friction. This is the top cover that has ventilation right here. You can actually open these little ventilation circles, and you can actually adjust some of the ventilation. And you can close them if you don't want any ventilation. Look at this top cover. Wow. It's really thick top cover. It also comes with a top feeder. Now this particular one, I think he was being nice to me, so he gave everything the company makes and threw it in this box. I think there's a cigar in there. Not really. But look at that. Here's a, I had to use my master beekeeper skills. This is a propolis trap, not a queen excluder. And then inside we have this little circle that has to probably go here for an entrance feeder. You know, I'm not crazy about entrance feeders but it comes with one. In the spring, they're not too bad, but that's about the only time you could use it. Something fell off, but I think it was a little tab. Okay, so it comes with that little entrance feeder. Oh, look at this. A lot of toys in here. I know what this goes to. It goes to this. This is a pollen trap if you want to collect pollen. Either sell it, eat it, feed it back to the bees, pollen trap. These are cool things. These actually, a lot of you ask me, what do I do about ants? Well, these are actually things that you attach to the legs of this particular hive, and then you fill this with whatever liquid so that the ants can't cross over and climb up. That's really cool. It just snaps right into the bottom of the legs, and you have these oil moats if you want to use vegetable oil or something. Ants can't get into your hive. Wow, it's crazy. So there's 4 of those. There's more stuff in here. This is like Christmas time. You all know what this is. This looks like a frame feeder. It confused me because that looks like a frame feeder and this looks like a frame feeder. So there's 2 frame feeders that are different. And I'm not 100% sure what this is because it looks like it has little adjusting gates on it where you can open and close the queen. It's queen material, hold the queen on one side or the other. So I'm guessing if you want to put a barrier, keep one queen maybe on one side from laying on the other side, it looks like a kind of a partition board that you can put in there. One last thing that I want to show you that's inside of here is this is like a demonstration cube. I think he sent this to me to show you the top cover. So here's one of those little vents at the top, you know. And these little vents, and you turn this little thing here and kind of make it big or small, and I don't know. But anyway, you can close this off if you want to. But look at the insulation of that top cover. He told me the R value, and I don't remember, so I don't want to say, but you know, that's kind of cool. You lose a lot of heat out of the top of your head or the top of your hive. That's why you have to wear a hat in the wintertime. So this is kind of like the hat for the bees to wear on top of their hive. But this is just a nice little example of how thick that top cover material is. Again, this is not, I'm not getting paid to talk about this. I'm just wanting to do this for you guys because you've been great watching my videos and supporting my channel. This is a medium super actually. So let's unbuckle it and I'll show you how it works. He said you could also put wood boxes on here, you know, regular Langstroth, and it's kind of got gripping material right here to grab the wood so it doesn't slide off when you stack it on a piece of plastic. But I want to show you this. These pieces are really cool. So unlatching this medium super, look at this. Here's a medium super, right? And so it just sits on top right here like this. And then it buckles down. So this is a medium super. You do use regular Langstroth traditional frames. So you can use plastic frames or wood frames, wax foundation, plastic foundation. You can use all of that, doesn't matter. Again, the company's name is Anel, A-N-E-L, Anel. And I have a family that actually runs a store that sells these. And I'll probably put this in the video here pretty soon. But look at this. Here's the entrance. And these entrance, they have little guards, I guess. Like this would be a mouse guard. See the little holes? So the bees are able to fly out of this, but mice cannot get in. So you can put that there if you're trying to keep mice out in the wintertime. Or if you want to block it off, you can just take this off and flip it upside down like this, and it totally blocks off the entrance. That may be if you want to move your hive or if you're getting robbed or something, it can do that. It does it on the other side as well. Oh, neat, they have little tabs here and here and back here, back here. That one broke off. Maybe I did that. But you actually lift up your deep box like this and it self-centers onto the bottom board by centering on those tabs. That's pretty cool. Okay, here's what you need to do to be eligible to win this almost $200, probably more than $200, not sure. But here's what you need to do. You need to be a subscriber. I'm trying so hard to reach 100,000 subscribers. We just crossed 94,000, 5,000 and something to go. So you can help me out as I help you out by giving away stuff. Just be a subscriber and leave a comment. Leave me a comment on something you want me to make a video on. I want to help you be a better beekeeper and make fewer mistakes. And I can do that if I know what you need help with. Leave a comment, let me know what you would like to see a video on. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select one person at random to throw them in a hat, pick a name out, boom, and if you're a subscriber and you live within the 48 United States, 48 lower states where I can ship it to you, you'll be the winner. Now, if you don't want to wait and try to win it, or if you try to win and you lose, but you still want to get one, let me show you this little video clip of a couple that I met when I was in North Carolina and at EAS, and they actually sell this from their store. Listen.
We have them from Alaska to New Mexico to Florida.
Yeah.
I have some of my own, and on my wooden boxes, I'm in North Carolina, so it's hot.
Yeah.
So I'm getting bearding now in North Carolina, but on these boxes, not very much, just a little bit across the bottom.
Yeah.
And I've got all four of the entrances open.
How much is it going to cost me? I got some dealers here. Introduce yourself to my camera here.
Calvin Terry from Midnight Bee Supply, my wife.
Aaron Terry, also from Midnight Bee Supply.
From North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yep.
So if my viewers are watching and they're like, dang, I want to try that, they can go to your website?
Absolutely. We're midnightbeesupply.com. We do a full line of vanilla hive bodies, hive kits, and accessories. There's a lot of cool accessories you don't even see here on this display hive. There's special legs for that bottom board that can double as oil traps. We've got a top feeder that fits right inside that nice insulated top and things like that.
Pretty cool.
Absolutely. We run a couple of them. We really like them. We've had a lot of success with them, and we like recommending them to our customers.
Now the big question is, how much is it going to cost me if I want to buy this thing right here with the top? How much is that going to run me?
I think the hive kit, where you're going to get one deep, one medium, your bottom board, your top, and that inner cover for propolis trap is $185.
$185 with frames or without?
No frames included
Okay,
in
so
that.
you kind of put your own frames in there if you want it. $185.
Fits your regular Langstroth frames.
Regular
no problems
Langstroth,
with that.
yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. Now again, they're not paying me to say that. Why would I promote them? No reason at all. I'm getting no paid salary, no promotion, no money to promote anyone. I'm just doing this because I like helping people out. If you like this, I'm trying to tell you where it is, that's all. I know a lot of YouTubers have to get money to sponsor things, sponsor a video. I'll be the first to admit, I would love that. I really would. There's a lot of things I could buy to make videos better with sponsorship money. But so far, I don't have any sponsorships. But anyway, I'm not being sponsored by Anel that makes this, nor the couple that I just ran into them and I said, well, people are going to ask me, I want to get one, where do I buy it? And I got to tell them something. And they said, we sell it in our store. So there you go. Did you see my new website? Oh my gosh, we've had the same website forever, and I basically designed it for the most part. But this website is, well, the internet keeps changing. And with the changing internet, it's kind of like you have to update your software on your computer, and it's sort of like that with websites. You have to continue to update them, update the codes so they work on the internet. So we had to update it. Well, if you didn't see my video on how to use Formic Pro strips, I made a video walking you right through it. Safety precautions, PPE, dates, times, temperatures, all that. Here, well, let's don't put it here. Now let's put it over here. Here's the video. This video will walk you through the whole process and you'll like it. Again, guys, thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment, try to win this. Tell me what kind of video you want to watch, and I want to know how I can help you with future videos. I'll see you over there.